Rangers are sitting pretty at the top of the Scottish Premiership after yet another match day. Next up for the Gers is Kilmarnock midweek, which will again pose its own challenges. In today's video though, we'll discuss all the latest Rangers news from the last 24 hours. That includes Premier League side Arsenal close to signing one of Rangers midfielders, as an offer is imminent. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys, I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Connor Goldson has urged his table-topping Rangers teammates to focus fully on their Rugby Park revenge mission ahead of their cinched Premiership meeting with 4th place Kilmarnock in Ayrshire on Wednesday night. Excitement among the fans of Rangers increased on Saturday when we thrashed Hearts 5-0 at Ibrox to move 5 points clear of our city rival Celtic at the top of the table. Celtic then reduced their lead to 2-1 again with a 3-1 victory over Motherwell at Fir Park yesterday, but their support remains convinced that Philippe Clement's men are going to enjoy a successful 23-24 campaign. The on-form side, who have now won their last 10 competitive matches, can potentially complete a world record equaling 8th domestic treble this season. However, vice-captain Goldson, who made his 300th appearance for the Glasgow club at the weekend, is only concerned with recording a victory on the artificial pitch at Rugby Park in the midweek and avenging the painful reverse they suffered on the opening day. We had a tough game on Saturday against the 3rd best team in the league, and we've got the 4th team in the leagues on Wednesday, so we're just going to concentrate on ourselves. We've got a massive game on Wednesday at a tough place against a team that beat us earlier in the season 1-0. A team that's beaten Celtic at home. We know how hard it is to go there, so we just need to focus on that and hopefully get another 3 points. I've always been the same. I take it game by game, day by day, and try and enjoy it, and work as hard as I can and keep my body in the right place to be able to perform at the highest level possible. Goldson was pleased with his clean sheet that Rangers kept against Hearts on Saturday, but he was annoyed that goalkeeper Jack Butland was called on to produce a few saves in the second half and is looking for an improved defensive performance in Ayrshire. He stated, "Jack has been massive for us. Again on Saturday he had another few big saves when we needed him. He has been huge. You can see that from the moments he has had throughout the season, but our job is to stop him making saves, and in the last half an hour we probably gave him a bit too much to do. The manager gave us the day off after the Hearts win, and he doesn't give many. The game isn't until Wednesday, and I know this usually has 2 or 3 days before the game, so we are having Sunday off. We'll enjoy it with our families, and we'll come back in on Monday raring to go." It's a nice occasion on Saturday, 300 on the board for this amazing football club. It was a lovely afternoon to round it off. Could I see when I first came? Probably not, but now I'm here, I'm happy, and I hope there are many more to come. Premier League giants Arsenal were reportedly readying a 6-figure transfer fee for Rangers startler. It's reported Mikel Arteta's side are keen on landing Ibrox kid Alexander Smith. The Scotland under-16 talent, who has also represented the USA at youth level, has been tracked by the Premier League side for a significant period, and reports in Scotland are stating Arsenal are prepared to offer a 6-figure compensation fee to sign Smith. Smith caught the eye last April in the East Mallorca Cup, where he won 4 Man of the Match awards in 5 matches for the Rangers youth side. It's now thought Arsenal are set for talks with Rangers about a deal to land Smith. It comes after Chelsea previously cherry-picked Billy Gilmore from the Ibrox Academy at a young age, and Rory Wilson joined Aston Villa from Rangers youth setup after impressing in Scotland. Rangers Chiefs have shared their disappointment after official confirmation of an early kickoff in the second leg tie against Benfica at Ibrox. Rangers will travel to Portugal in the first leg of the last 16 tie for an 8 PM kickoff against Benfica. However, the return leg at Ibrox on March the 14th will be played at 5:45 PM due to broadcaster commitments. Ibrox Chiefs have detailed their disappointment at the decision despite a robust case being made to UEFA for the match to be played at the traditional 8 PM slot. A statement on the club website read, "Rangers, on behalf of our supporters, are disappointed to have learned our round of 16 Europa League home match with Benfica on Thursday, March 14th will kick off at 5:45 PM. Despite a robust case being made to UEFA for the fixture to be played in the traditional 8 o'clock slot, it is instead to begin significantly earlier, primarily due to the broadcaster commitments, and thus likely cause significant inconvenience and disruption to our supporters. The club fully sympathises with our loyal supporters for the additional sacrifices they may need to make to attend the match, with the issue falling totally outside our control." Rangers vs Benfica round of 16 fixture dates are as followed. Benfica vs Rangers, Thursday, March 7th, 8 PM. Rangers vs Benfica at Ibrox, Thursday, March 14th, 5:45 PM. Former Rangers talent Josh McPake has found a new club after his Ibrox release. The winger left Ibrox in September last year, with both parties mutually agreeing to terminate his contract. Now, after a period of searching for a new club, McPake has signed for League One side Stirling Albion. McPake, who represented Scotland at youth levels, has signed a short-term deal until the end of the season with the club. The winger, who had previously played for Dundee, Morton, Tranmere, Morecambe and Queen's Park, had previously been on trial at Hamilton before agreeing a deal with Stirling. Manager Darren Young said of the signing, "We are delighted to get Josh on board. He's a quality player who will come in and improve our squad. I'm confident he can create, score goals, and will hopefully bring us that cutting edge that we have been lacking in the final third." In other news, Chris Boyd is more than used to being on the receiving end of stick from Celtic supporters, and yesterday was no different after Celtic staged a dramatic late win at Fir Park to cut the gap on Rangers to the top of the Premiership. That deficit now stands at 2 points, with Philippe Clement's side having gone 5 in front with a victory over Hearts on Saturday. Adam Ida scored a double with his second coming in stoppage time to help secure 3 points in Lanarkshire for Celtic. Lewis Palmer added a third for the visitors. Those goals sparked wild celebrations in the away stand at Fir Park, next to the Sky Sports punditry gantry, where Boyd was working alongside James McFadden, Charlie Mulgrew and Elijah Barber. Post-match, the four were directing the game. However, the remaining Celtic fans who had not filtered out of the stadium could be heard aiming abuse at ex-Rangers striker Boyd. He had a cheeky response though. He stated, "There is a few people happy for the cutting of a 5-point gap at the bottom, now down to 2. Lastly, Philippe Clement has rubbish claims James Tavernier was spotted buying a burger at Five Guys just an hour after full-time in Rangers' win over St Johnstone. Appearing on PLZ Skoka, Gordon Parks had claimed that he'd seen Tavernier at the eatery in Glasgow city centre last week in the hours following Rangers' 3-0 win in Perth. However, Clement yesterday disputed the claims as he insisted the player was still inside the stadium, as he branded the rumours a silly story. A light-hearted question following the 5-0 win over Hearts saw Clement quizzed on whether it would be a Five Guys for dinner after 5 goals at Ibrox. The Rangers boss initially responded, "I don't know what you mean." However, then elaborating on the situation and recent claims in the media, Clement said, "People tell me some things, but if I hear and read that a player is 1 hour after the final whistle there, I think you know better because the player was with you in the stadium. These silly stories, I don't put any attention to that." Rangers fans, what are your thoughts on today's news? And let me know your score predictions for the game against Kilmarnock. That brings us to the end of today's video. As always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Remember, we do have Rangers t-shirts available on our website, so do browse the collection by going down into the link in the description or going to rfcclothing.com. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Push.